Alright. Let's get this started. So I'm gonna continue working on the implementation that I did for loading attributes from Magento. So we need to work on the load attribute function. So let's take a look where we left off. Alright. Okay. So now that I have the data loader working, gonna need to parse the maps that I'm getting back with the product ID, attribute set ID, and attribute code. And parse that in a way where we can actually generate a query that looks something like this. Alright. Let's remove that for now. Let's go back to the terminal here. Yep. Okay. Whoops. There we go. So, and going back to the browser to make sure that this is actually working. Yep. Okay. Okay, so products. Okay, that doesn't look good. Alright. So lesson learned, before you actually start developing, make sure that the VM where you have the Magento installation you're trying to connect to is actually running. Let's take care of that. Da-da-da. Okay. Make sure that this is actually working. Interesting. Okay, what is that terminal telling us here? executing cache horrible. Okay, that's kind of odd. Let's go back to the code here. It's odd that it's not resolving. I'm not seeing the query get an execute. Over. Right, I forgot to add the limit, so we're trying to actually bring back about 3 million products. That's probably not gonna work. There we go. All right. So with that, now we're working. Should probably add a default limit just in case. All right. So let's go back to the IDE. And take a look at our catalog context. Okay. Okay, so based on the query that we have, I know that I need to get back a map with the product IDs that I want, the entity IDs that are going to be relevant here, the codes, or the, let's call this attribute codes, and I need to take the existing map set that I'm getting back, and I think what we need to do here is going to be reduce that map set. So we're taking that, we're taking the attributes, and then we actually need the function to do the reduce. So let's see. How do we do this? Let's save something like this. Code. That's two parameters, and we now the actual meat of this to actually reduce. Oh, it's gonna be fuckery. Nope, needs to be a list. That makes sense. Yeah, sure. Well, not quite. Why do you don't like this? This should work. Should work now. I don't like what is the problem here. Give this a shot. Yeah, just unexpected parentheses. Okay, so I messed up. Is the spacing here that's the problem? There you go. Okay, so would this actually compile? Yes, it does. Okay, so let's go back here. Whoa. Okay, this is not necessarily wrong. Expected map got right. Okay. So it seems we're getting closer, but not quite. So let me think here for a second. Let's go back. Try to make this a little nicer. Map cut. Okay. Call this attribute map for 6 variable and do I expect attribute map? Alrighty. Okay, to see if this actually compiles. Seems it does. And let's see what we get. Actually, let me run this and let's see what we get for the output of the query. Okay, so that's a little better. Now we need to make this unique. Hello, is this what I want? Unique. Hey. So we can take the same function that we currently have, go back, return the attribute map. And do something along the lines of unique. Now the question here is, well, does that make sense? Okay, not quite. I need to apply that to each of the elements on the list, so... Okay, I think I can, or I should use a map for this one. So if we go and num dot or pipe and num dot map, and we're gonna take, well, the initial value is already implied, so we're gonna take function and we're gonna pass the element, and we're gonna say num. Or for now, let's do io.inspect element and ent. Okay, technically that should, once we run this again, print each element on the list. Let's go back to the terminal. Da-da-da. And protocol and no, can, okay. Protocol is implemented for what do you mean if Magento 1 unique makes no sense? I'm not trying to write right now, I'm just trying to read. And so, okay, let me walk you through quickly what I'm doing. So right now it's pretty much just reading, and I'm trying to go back to that. to make it so, where's my product? Okay, there we go. So where I can map, as part of the GraphQL schema, I can grab or map a particular attribute by code and resolve it to the and have a resolver that maps it to the particular table. So what I'm doing here is for the load attribute function, this is using a library called data loader, which essentially allows me to grab all the queries that should be going for a particular table, be it entity varchar or catalog decimal, group them all together and do one single query per table. So it's kind of not the best solution for doing the query. Potentially, depending on how many attributes you have on the schema, you can end up with maybe what, 15 potential individual queries for getting all the attributes. But it's better than trying to resolve each attribute individually. So, where am I? There you go. Now, what I need to do here is I'm getting the attribute data. So essentially, I'm getting the table that the particular table that we're trying to query for that attribute, as well a map set with all the attribute codes, the product ID, and the entity ID. So I'm trying to parse that in a way where I can actually use it to generate a query that is more or less something like this, where we're doing the join, right? Obviously, I have to replace this with the table. Now I'm just gonna comment this out. Okay. Okay, so let's let me go back here. Try this one more time. Okay, what I'm nominal implemented. I need to get the type here just to get a better idea. Set this out. Start. Okay. Upset is this to just Can I convert that to a list? Or do I even need to? I guess I could just... Could I do it as part of the reduce? Okay, technically, I think if I could do something like... Could I? I don't think this is gonna work, but let's give it a shot. And if I run the query... yeah, something. This is not enumerable. Okay. Okay, so I'm just being dumb here. I mean, technically I could... What happens if I... Nope. Nope. Guess we can play a little in the console. I should have the attribute. No, I don't have it available. Ah, okay. Let's rethink here the approach. Can't be that easy. Oops. That's right. I mean, if it's that easy, I'm just gonna cry, but we'll see. Oops. Tuple to lists and recompile. Okay, so back to our console. Let's run the query again. Oh! Yeah, that totally worked. Alright. I'll take it. So now I can do map and oh boy. That's when it pays to read the documentation. So if we took that and then we can do something along the lines of element. No. Right. And num dot okay, worth a shot. Oh, sorry, I just realized that I didn't switch back, so what I'm doing is taking the new list that we just generated, applying a map to each one of the elements, which is going to be our list with duplicates. And then I'm going to try to apply to that list enum unique. And hopefully with that, I should get back kind of the map that I need for doing the query. So let me switch back to the terminal, run the query again, and see we actually get something closer to what we need. Let's clean this mess. There. And run the query. Ooh, there we go. That's exactly what we need. Perfect. Now, let's go back to our code. Switch to the ID. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna map this, so I had it to this variable, but it probably makes more sense if I just make this product IDs, entity IDs, and attribute codes. That way I just can directly reference that in my query down below. Okay, let's go uncomment that line. And we need to... Oop, went too far there. We're gonna take this, make a table. Attribute ID, where product ID is, good. We need to make this attribute codes. And this should also be referencing entity IDs here. Otherwise I will shit the bed, and I do have a typo here. And I guess we have to remove this. And just so I can see what the hell is happening. Where's my indentation broken here? Let's call this resolve for now. Seriously? Oh. Come on. Okay, idea beam, you have failed me. Okay, let's make sure that that is safe. Back to the terminal. Run the code. Ooh, I messed up. Let's go back. Okay, so what was the error? Unbound variable E in query. Unbound variable E in query, and that has to be on the select over here. So we're saying join table where the entity ID is in the product ID is this, the attribute code is in the attribute codes list, and the entity type is on the entity types or entity IDs list. And it's gonna bring me back. Yep, that should be correct, I think. Let's give that a shot. Go back. And it compiles. Good. Now let's see if we can run our query. Oof. Okay, what failed here? No match of right-hand side value. Oh shit, yes. Okay, I'm mapping things incorrectly. This is not a tuple. Now that should match. One hopes. And going back. It compiles. See if I can run our query. Variable not implemented for attribute. The given model doesn't exist. Where did I mess up here? Okay, yep. This is what happens when you're trying to refactor old code. Yeah, there is no reference to the attribute, I think. So, okay, not a problem. Now this totally should exist. Just make sure. Yep. With a lot of crap that we probably don't need for now. Alrighty. If I can go back to the terminal and try this one more time. It's probably still gonna error out because we haven't formatted the output in a way that the resolver can use it for the products, but hey, one step at a time. Cannot be cast to type integer. Oh, yep, that would make it, so... Alright. We'll keep it breaking until it works. So... Now, technically speaking, this should never ever return a list of multiple entity. No, that's not correct. That is actually not correct. It could potentially return multiple entity types, but for now, let's just make this work. All right. Query one more time. Ooh! I think that worked. Yes, that totally worked. All right. That actually... Yeah. All right, so we can... Small image. What else do we have? What else do we have added? Price. Let's see if price works. Whoop. And roll that again. Yep. It's working. Not too bad. Now, the question is, how well does this scale? Not too well from what I can see. Okay, let's take a look at our terminal to see what the problem is here. I mean, the queries themselves are relatively fast, I guess. Or not, maybe. This actually crashed when trying to retrieve... I really can't tell. And 2 seconds. Okay, so if I go back to 100 and run that, that runs fine. Actually bringing me back the data set. What happens if we go 500 products instead? Yep, that breaks. It could be potentially a timeout. Well, why don't we dig a little deeper, right? In for a penny. And for a pound. So now let's see if I can grab the full query here. How can we do that? I mean, there should be something that we can change in the settings to get more details. Logger. Oh no, you guys are gonna see my username and password for my database that is only running locally. Loader. Okay, so all right, let's Google it. Oh, he's gonna give you so much shit. Hi, Delish. Elixir logger. Truncate queries. Let's go. There we go. Truncate. There we go. That was easy. Jesus Christ, you have to load this language. So easy. Logger console format, and let's add one setting at the end. Yes, that should do. Truncate to infinity and beyond. All right. Can we get the full query that crashes? Oh. Nope, still doing the truncation. Did I change the right file? But I did. Well, we can always do it globally. And why not? I mean, this should be running from developer mode, but... Okay. No, still truncating. Yeah, this is not quite working the way I would expect it. Format level message. Yeah, why is it truncating the log here? All right. Truncate infinity. I mean, I'm not crazy going through the documentation. So if I go back to my configuration for development, there is nothing else overriding that. Logger. Console. Format. And truncate infinity. Huh. All right. Go back and see what we can find. Sorry, what do you mean, can you check? Nice of attributes. Can you clarify? Like of the actual result that I'm getting from the query, or the list that I'm sending on as part of my query? From the list. Okay, yeah, we can try that. You think that maybe I'm sending the list is too big for the query? Is that where you're going with this? Not about to. Okay, let's try that. So what we can do here is let's go back to our catalog. Oh god, I need to. It's getting to the point where I'm gonna have to refactor a couple things here. So what we can do is we can do. I mean, code. Might as well. Right? Okay, so that should output the list into the log. Man, I can probably call something like length or size if we want, but give it a shot with this. Ah! So the list of attributes themselves is like just price, a small image. If it's anything, it's gonna be the list of product IDs. which right now is getting truncated, even if I'm telling it not to. Starting to get really annoying. So... let's try this. This one we don't need, because that's likely not a problem. Can be length. Oops, I forgot that is. There we go. Now switch over. So I'm just gonna see if I can get the length of product IDs. I mean, it's gonna be 1,000 or 500 or whatever we're asking, right? So yeah, that shouldn't be. That shouldn't be the problem. But let's just confirm. Yeah, 500. One for the price attribute and the other one for... It's doing one query per table type. So right now I'm doing a query that has... yeah, there you go. That has the bar chart and the decimal. So it's going to do a one query per each. Interesting. I think we can do it this, or we can get a little bit more information this way. Oh, let me switch back. No, there has to be a way to get the query. You know what? You're joking, but I'm actually looking into that. Funny enough. I mean, technically, queryable repo. Now let's just make this function private for sake of argument. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of this. And how do we use this? We can pipe the queryable object that we're using into our print SQL function, just like that. That should give us a better idea of what we're doing. Yes, I think that will work. Back to this again. And man, I really need to get a macro keyword to be switching between screens. This is getting really annoying. Okay, let's run the query. Oh, hold on. I think I saw. Oh, come on. Still truncating, but we're getting closer. I mean, at the very least, I know that it's gonna be the 500 IDs, right? So this is just select entity ID, entity type ID, attribute code, and value from EA attribute, inner join with bar chart table, on attribute ID equal to the attribute ID code that we're passing, or the attribute code that we're, no, sorry, the attribute ID. And then we're filtering by where the entity ID is in one of those 500 elements. And you mean this? Why am I doing entity type ID in or in instead of equal for? Right now I'm doing that because technically speaking, the function that I have is returning a list of 1 for the entity ID. So I'm being lazy right now and not handling that properly. I should probably just flatten the list if it's equal to 1 and do an equal. Yeah, but it's my poor database that cannot keep up. Okay, let me figure out this issue with the login, because I really do want to get that full query, and right now it's not cooperating with me. Truncate. No. Well, there is like you can technically implement tries and catches, but Elixir is more of a philosophy of let it fail. So really don't quite need to do that. I'll add some error handling and some probably checks to make sure that, because right now I can go and remove all the limit from the GraphQL query, and I will be trying to retrieve 3 million products, which is something that we probably want to prevent from happening. Truncate message was truncated at the end. Yeah, so to answer your question, the try and catch is something like this. Actually, it's Ruby that the one that implements rescue, right? Okay, bear back. I need to step for a second. And back. Ooh. Thank you, sir. Let me try that. Also, I just saw the tweet to Telesh. Come on. Ah, don't worry. Alright. We're gonna try that. So what do we have here? Da-da-da. Yeah, but that's not gonna work because that's oh no. We can totally pass infinity. Oh, I messed up the typing. All right, so we can totally just do this. And just I'm gonna go and make sure. Oh, thank you kindly. We can actually copy that from the chat. Oh, ooh. Inspect options. Yep, I think that's gonna do it. Thank you, Damien. Let's start this again. Give it a shot. Run the query again. Yep. There we go. That's a full base of a query. Let's move that to Scratch file. Speaking of features that I normally don't use. SQL. Just got love here. And grab all the product IDs. Oop. Seriously? Move that here. Not very pretty, but what we have to do, we can get rid of this. Okay. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Yeah. Oof. Will this work? Okay, fine. Do it by hand. Okay, something doesn't quite look right here. That is not correct. That is absolutely not right. This is gonna be rice, and this would be 4. Oop. Okay. Let's just grab a couple products and try this out. I guess I have to configure the MySQL database that I'm using here. The settings. Okay, just 1 second. I'm trying to set this up so I can actually test it. See how far I can take the query and why is it actually timing out. What's the problem? Can I not connect to the database? Oh, come on. Let's fix that. Better. And I guess I'm missing this here. Okay, it seems it's not cooperating, so 192, 168. Gonna copy it into our list of product IDs. Yeah, this doesn't quite work, does it? Oop. Okay, 5 more lines and I'm done. Does that do the trick? Yeah, alright. So, bacon. Go back up here. Shout out to the guys at DMAC Media for the background that I'm using. It's actually pretty good if you're working on Magento 1 or 2. Pretty decent. And connect TV, I think is the... Seriously? Is there 88? Yes. Alright, let's try it out with the first tiny query. See if that works. Yeah, that's working. Now, what happens if we run the one that is actually trying to retrieve 500 products? That works too. So that might not be the problem. That actually returned kind of fast. Huh. So, crap. Why is this failing? When I try to retrieve the products? You know what? The price one is working fine, but it's the one where I have all the attributes combined where it's actually having problems. So why don't we grab this name, image, and small image. So I can just I can take the same query that we had here. Test. I can just take this. And we can replace the table that we're pulling the data from with the varchar. And I can just grab the attributes that we want. So instead of price, we're gonna be doing, whoops, what happened here? Oh, this is why you don't copy things directly from the terminal. Okay, there we go. Now we'll see what happens if we run this query manually directly in the database. Come on, you can do it. Ah. Interesting. Does this work? Yeah, it does. Okay. Of course. Shouldn't be too bad, but totally is. For anyone watching the stream, if you have any ideas, I'm open to suggestions right now. I mean, this one is technically the expensive one. We're not using index. I mean, if we cut this down to, let's say, a couple products. Works fine. Okay, let's go back. Let's review the query that we're actually generating. From doing an inner join. Guess the word here is a problem with the amount of products that we're trying to pull. I mean, technically I could rewrite this to work differently and figure out a better way to build this query. It's not really scaling up to a couple products or a couple hundred products. Gotcha. Slow out coding. Very funny. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I went for the optimized kind of solution, trying to group all the queries together per table, but that might not be the best way to move forward. So I'm actually digging a bit of a snippet that I had before that I can use. Oh, actually, that doesn't work with the lines. And I thought I had a resolver here as well. That I can reuse here, so let me grab this. We're gonna move that to the current code. We're gonna put that on the catalog context. Oop. And I should be able to use that. Thought I had a resolver. I can move one inner join. But right now I only have one inner join, right? So I'm doing a select to... We'll look at it. So I'm doing the select to the AB attribute table. In order to be able to... I see what you mean. Okay, what do you mean? But if I go that way... I don't know. Just give me 1 sec here. Here's what we're gonna do. No, it's a good idea. I think it's worth trying. Just wanna get or wanna try this first. So I'm gonna go. Or where did I put my resolvers? I'm gonna grab the product resolver. We're gonna add attribute for product. So this is kind of the inefficient way of doing it. So instead of trying to, where is my schema? Or sorry, it has to be the product. Oh God, the product schema type. There we go. So instead of trying to use the load attribute function, which actually takes advantage of the data loader library, I can try to use the product resolver version of this thing, which is going to be doing one query per product. So that shouldn't have any issues. It's just I'm concerned that with very large data sets we're just gonna be sending way too many queries. But let's make this work first, and we can worry about optimizing it later. Now, to grab we can grab the expensive ones right now. So all leave our charts and we can do something like resolve. We're gonna have to make reference to the product resolver. And then what did I call the let's call this product resolver. Yes, that is very clear what I'm doing here. And we're gonna recall that attribute for product think and has a narrative of 3. I think that does it. Okay, let me see. Just amend that out for a second. Product resolver. And I'm gonna have to, yes, I have to grab my product resolver because right now it's not loaded. So let's go. It's gonna be the web one. And I think the syntax for that is as product resolver. No, I have the syntax wrong. Let's see. I swear I did it somewhere else here. Nope. There we are. That is probably the schema. So that can be used. Okay. So save that, run it again over here. All right, let me go fix the typo, which is that, because I'm not paying attention apparently. And run that again. Okay, we're running. And I'm just gonna remove the other attributes. I'm gonna leave name. So if that works correctly, that means that we have, yep. So that's 500 products. What happens if we try 5,000? Yep. Works, is just ugly and inefficient as fuck. Because if we look at the what the backend is doing right now, I mean, not the worst, but let's go rewrite the other attributes with the same kind of resolver and see what happens. Because I'm pretty sure this doesn't scale well. Back to the terminal. So I'm gonna go get price, small image, and the main image. And yeah, let's try to pull 5,000 products. Oh, sorry. I realized that I didn't have the browser set up. So we're gonna pull the 4 attributes that we have defined. And we're gonna try to pull 5,000. Yeah, but that one, because it's one single attribute, I think it's a little nicer. The other one was trying to do 3 at the same time. So we'll see. If it doesn't work, I'll just remove it and try it again. But so this is the query that I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna switch to the terminal view so you guys can see the thousands of queries this is gonna generate. Oh god. Yeah. I'm in. It took 14 seconds, but it did finish. So I guess it kind of works. I just don't like the idea of this small of a data set. A small quantity of attributes taking 14 seconds, right? This should be like that. It should be extremely fast. But out of curiosity, let's see how far we can take it before it breaks. Yeah, it's because it's the amount of queries that you have to do, right? So, and he has to do one per product and per attribute. So the typical Magento product, if you're trying to load something like the product page, this is just gonna be, well, I guess at that point you would be only not pulling a lot of products, but I'm thinking more in terms of data integrations or trying to move products between systems that it just doesn't work. Like this is probably, if it doesn't completely time out, it's probably gonna take, so we did 5,000 at 14 seconds. We're doing 50,000, so 10 times. Roughly 2 minutes. We'll see. I mean, the other thing is that each individual query is actually pretty fast. It's not too terrible. We'll see what we get. I'm surprised that it's still running. Totally is. Oh wow! Almost 180,000 milliseconds. And back to the browser, and wow, yep, it did load 50,000 products. Wait, is that actually 50,000 products? I mean, I'm not gonna count them, but... Well, I guess we could add entity ID as a smaller. Yep. Let's work. All right. How long have I been going on for? All right. I think I'm probably gonna stop here for the day. But thanks for watching, and I'm gonna continue working on this. I'll probably do another round to try to resolve the data loader on either probably Sunday or no, sorry, today is Tuesday, so probably Monday morning. I'm probably gonna be doing another round of this since it's Canadian Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you soon.